Second week in a row, I'm kicking off the dialogue, and I think you guys know exactly why.
Abysmal. Just friggin' abysmal, to be honest. I mean, fourth match in a row where we can just look on the game and say it's a poor performance. And I've been hyping up Party this whole season, which has been deserved the whole season. But now the man is letting me down single-handedly. But what I find interesting is that when he stops performing, we seem to stop performing.
And I'll echo your point too. Like I've been mentioning it since what before Southampton, right? Against West Ham and stuff. So the man has dropped severely. I don't know what it is, but yesterday I did have. I mean, the commentator mentioned it too, but was he injured? I mean, is he not fully fit? Because
I wouldn't be surprised because this is not the first time that we've seen Arteta and the Arsenal staff play Party, and not just Party, other players as well, when they're not fully fit. We saw it firsthand against, was it Tottenham or Man U? I think it was Tottenham, where the man literally pushed him back onto the field when he was injured, hurt off, walking off.
yeah,
He pushed
Tottenham.
him back on.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's things like that where you're just like, okay, that could easily be a factor in what's happening. But let's not shy away from the real picture of what happened. Two different sides of just completely different quality. City were just better than us. Simple as that. Two world-class players in De Bruyne and Haaland, and it showed.
Yeah, I think the most disappointing thing is that Arsenal didn't put up anything. They just went down without a fight. I think you can. I think that's what's going to be the most frustrating for as a fan, right? It's the title decider. Everyone's labeling it as a title decider, and you go on and put up that performance. It's just unacceptable.
Yeah, but I mean, that's from a viewer's perspective, right? I mean, in there, that must be a really difficult task. I mean, look at Holding, right? Like he's been great since he's come in, but you know that this is a type of game that is just not gonna work in his favor. He likes to stick tight on the defender, but when you play against City, or sorry, on the tight on the attacker, but
No,
you know,
you can't single out Holden like that. The whole team was absolutely poor. Saka offered nothing. Martinelli nothing. Odegaard had a mistake that led to the third goal. Partey, we don't even need to mention him. Just all around poor. And you can't give them excuses like, "Oh, I'm sure any away ground is tough to go and play and win in the Premier League." There's no excuses of any sort. Yeah, it must have been a tough task. Well, you failed it, and that's why you're not going to win the league.
no, let's be real. This match we're always gonna lose. We're always gonna lose this one. For me, the what really frustrated me and the Arsenal fans, I'm sure, were the matches before this. We should have never dropped points in all three of those matches. We should have picked up all 3 points in each of them. And that is why we're in the position we are now. We should have been able to afford this result in this match. But yet, we let those matches go. We forced ourselves needed and win. And it's looking like a repeat of last season, but in just a different position, but in a brighter position. I have to say, like, let's look on the bright side. Arsenal qualified for the Champions League on the day. So you know what? I mean, as great as as great as that is, I mean, it feels bad now because of where we were, but I'm proud of this Arsenal team. Like, this has been a great season, so we've we're putting a great fight, and we're gonna come back stronger. We're only gonna get better from here. So I'm proud of the team.
Well, let's see if you're only going to get better from here. Let's see. A lot of teams have tried to challenge City. Only one team was successful. That's Liverpool. But I would have been a bit happier if this result didn't happen. I mean, from 2-0 away from home, Tottenham in shambles. We just did an Arsenal in the second half.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to you guys. I mean, I was even saying it before, and I was like, yo, Shaw is looking a good player. For real, like a really good player. Versatile, able to come in at centre back, doing his shift, clean sheet in the first half, and then second half. I mean, this was a game of two halves, if you want to say that. Because you guys were shambolic defensively. You were getting less pressure, and so many chances conceding.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not just defensively, just lost control of the game. This is the problem with the team right now. We can't play a full good game. You can have a great first half, but you just expect the team to come up flat in the second half. I mean, we can't have that. And I don't know if the players underestimated Tottenham. Maybe they thought they were down and out. I mean, I wouldn't blame them if they thought that. I mean, 2-0 down, the place is already hostile. But I mean, you can't come out and put a performance like that. It's just unacceptable.
This
And
was a chance to show Harry Kane that this is the club for him. But
I
no,
mean, I mean, Harry Kane should have chilled. I mean, he's coming to us in the summer. Why are you putting that cross in for Son's equalizer? You know, he should. I mean, if this is his audition, not that he needs one, but it was a great audition because not only did he provide that assist, but I mean, he's just getting into such good areas, and especially in the second half, right? But should never have been in that place. It's just frustrating.
yeah. And it had to be a countryman too. But I mean, again, Kane set up Son again for that chance that he just blaringly missed.
Yeah, that one too. I mean, Tottenham. Okay, we Bruno should have buried that. I mean, he does very well to nutmeg. I think it was Longley. He scores that. The game's killed. 3-1. There's no chances of comeback from Tottenham. But I mean, again, it's fine margins. It's gonna feel like a, a loss. I mean, as always, if you drop 2 points from a 2-goal lead, but we still have the 6 point gap to Spurs. And I'm being more like you, looking on the bright side. You know, we're still in a pretty comfortable place, but yeah, the 3 points have been very nice.
Not after Newcastle's result, but still, probably pinch fourth for being real. But onto the
Well,
approaching.
question for you: if we come in fourth and we win, let's just say we don't win the FA Cup, right? And you come in second with nothing, who's had a better season? I think the answer is obvious.
Wait, weren't you guys laughing at us about the FA Cup?
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm only saying this because you guys were the ones saying, "Oh, we don't care about the FA Cup. We don't care about the League Cup. We don't care about the Europa League. Oh, we don't care about the Premier League. We only want a top four." You know, I'm just saying.
But you were laughing at us when we won the FA Cup.
I'm not laughing. I will hold my hand up and say, whenever a club wins something, decent season compared to anybody who's not won anything. I'm not saying an FA Cup or a League Cup is a Champions League. It's not. When we won the League Cup, I just had a sip of water and I got over it. Okay, I might have watched the celebrations a little bit, but it wasn't like we won the Premier League or the Champions League. I think the answer is obvious. We would have had a better season.
Well, you guys let us know in the comments who you think would have had a better season. But that's still a if. We still have
Yeah,
a
a
lot
big
more
if.
football to
Yeah.
play. And speaking of that football, Manchester City still have to win their games in hand. It's not for certain that they win it, but one coming up against Fulham away at Craven Cottage. Are we looking at a formality here?
I think you're hoping for some sort of magic from Fulham, which I don't know if you're gonna get without Mitrovic. Mitrovic, rightfully or wrongly, he's being suspended for I think it's 8 games toward almost that takes it towards the end of the season. But that's a big miss, and we've seen it's been a big miss. I mean, he's their top scorer, so it's plainly obvious that they're going to struggle to score.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for a Pereira special, something out rabbit out the hat. But I don't see it happening if I'm being real. City just too powerful. It doesn't matter. They can play this whole second string and it will still be a City win.
Yeah. And another thing is, I mean, when City are on a roll like this, and they're playing against a team of Fulham, their goal for this season has already been achieved. They already, I mean, they're pretty much, I don't know if it's mathematically confirmed, but they're pretty much safe. They were flirting with European places at one point, but now that's kind of faded away. They could have nothing to play for at the moment.
Even worse. So just no drive at all. This is gonna be just simple stuff for City.
Logic would tell you that, but I mean, we have seen crazier things in the league.
That we have. A more tighter match though. Your side, Man United, are hosting Aston Villa. That's gonna be a tight one for European football.
Yeah, Villa are in great form. The only problem with this is we are getting 2 days of rest, where Villa are getting 4 days of rest. I mean, who thought of this scheduling? Tell me. It's just,
Boy, I don't know, but you're going to have to deal with it. And can you guys handle it?
I think we can. I think we can.
Hell no.
I'm
With that defense, hell no. You guys were struggling back there today. You guys, as you say, you lost control of the match. Bro, Villa is going to come in with intensity. John McGinn, the one I'm telling you about, he's in form, bro. He's going to come with that intensity, put you under pressure. And Watkins is in form too. Yo, Watkins, he might cause you some trouble.
Yeah, well, nobody has a quality of Harry Kane on the Villa side.
That I can agree with. But still,
Now, they're on a record streak, 20 games in a row under a new manager that they've not failed to score. Do you think that streak continues?
it has to. I mean, yo, Emery is proving right at the moment.
Well, I think we have some kind of revenge on our hands. Remember, we played them on Unai Emery's first match as a Villa manager. Two quick goals conceded in the first half, and we ended up losing 3-1. I'm sure that's on the back of the players' minds. And we faced them in the League Cup. We thrashed them 4-2. Now, a very different side, but similar to what I said about Everton, I'm going to say we cannot concede against Villa. They're just they just become so nasty when they go 1-0 up, or not necessarily 1-0, but a goal up.
But do you think that that's gonna happen though? Because I mean, yo, Luke Shaw back there, he was looking good, but then sometimes he just looks out of place, just doesn't know where to be. And then Lindelof, to me, the issues were at fullback though today. Dallo just lost his man completely, and I just wonder if that can be the case again in the Villa match.
Yeah, I mean, I'm worried, but I feel we have. I mean, when you've got Tyrone Mings at the back, they're always gettable. I just Tyrone Mings is so overrated. I know he scored to the winner against Fulham, but he's so overrated. He's always got a mistake in him. We just gotta be ready to capitalize on it.
Yeah, and you no better man to have to capitalize on that at the moment for you guys than Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, indeed.
So what you saying? Win for
Yeah.
Manu or
Our home form's good. Should be a win. I'm not comfortable, but I'm expecting a win.
another tough match for I would say European football again at this point. This one trickling towards the Europa League battle. Tottenham are traveling to Anfield in what I think we can anticipate to be a Liverpool victory.
Yeah, I mean, I said this about Dyer, right? I think it was against Leicester when they scored four. I said Dyer lets the striker shoot. In a way, I mean, you saw it against Rashford today, right? For the second goal. Don't even talk about the pace, of course. If he's slow, if he's not fast, okay, I get that. There's nothing you can do to cover that. But boy, you're letting him shoot. You're opening the shooting lane for the striker. And even at the dying seconds of when Rashford's about to shoot, Dyer just stands there and watches it. That should be where center half should be diving to block the shot. And if the shot gets deflected into the net, so be it. You have to dive in that situation. And I just can't understand why they're sticking and trusting in Dyer so much. He's not good enough. He can't be a center half. Not in the back four, certainly not, but let alone in a back three either. I just can't understand why. And that's if you want to beat Tottenham, you attack through Eric Dyer and you just stop Harry Kane, and they're 99% contained.
Boy, I don't know. I just don't see a way for Tottenham to overcome Liverpool in this one. I'm sorry. I don't. And I
Yeah.
think Liverpool are gonna come with the intensity. I think they're gonna be controlling this game, pressing. I don't think I mean Tottenham are just gonna have to try and do something on the breakaway, and I don't see them overcoming Liverpool. I think Liverpool is too Konate is just too athletic back there to be able to just be rocked that easily. I don't see it happening.
Well, let's see if Konate is fit because we mentioned about Trent playing as a midfielder, right? And that's what he's been kind of operating as a hybrid right back midfielder. And that strain has caused Konate to cover the right hand side to pick up a knock, and he didn't play in the midweek at West Ham. But we'll see if he's fit enough for the Tottenham game. But you had some doubts over Trent's ability to play in the midfield, and he's proven okay, the opponent's not of the greatest quality. You know, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, West Ham away. I know they've been struggling. The point you mentioned about Tottenham scoring on a breakaway, Trent playing in the midfield has forced Robertson to play as kind of a back three. Almost like, I mean, Klopp's almost like copying Pep's 3-2-3-3 football. I mean, as you mentioned, do you see any chance of Tottenham getting through that? Because Liverpool have actually looked pretty decent.
No, I don't. I really don't. I'm sorry. And that's another great point you bring up about Trent coming into the midfield, right? I think that he tried it at England and I didn't like how it looked. But I think with Liverpool, it's working in a way that it suits them. And especially in a game like this where they're going to be controlling the game, it's gonna work in their favor even more. And in Trent's favor.
Yeah, Tottenham are going to have to come out with fire because if they come out like they did against United in the first half, they're going to get annihilated 3-4-5-0.
That's all we have time for today. Guys, thanks for tuning in as always. We hope you enjoyed your time with us. Remember to subscribe, to leave comments, and share with your friends. Follow us on social media at FOTBpod. Don't forget to leave a review, rating, and most importantly, don't forget to turn on those notifications. Join us again next time as we discuss the highly anticipated upcoming Premier League action. Thanks again as always. See you then.